Have you ever felt weighed down by negativity that you just couldn't shake off? And no, that's not a pun on Taylor Swift's song, although it's a good one. Maybe if you're anything like me, you're replaying the tape over and over in your head. I know I have a tendency to do that. Whether it's an argument with somebody or a comment somebody made that has happened to me quite a bit. Or when I was doing a lot of training when I was in corporate, you get the evaluations and there'd be one negative evaluation, and that's the one you'd focus on. um, there's a variety of things, and I'm going to go through that in today's live session. You will discover 3 transformative tips that I'm going to share with you to help you release those negative influences from your life, empowering you to embrace a journey of self-love and discovery. So, for those of you that may not know me or have not seen one of my lives before, I'm Sandy, your guide and companion. Got my notes here. I don't want to lose them. But I'm your guide and companion on this journey of self-discovery. As a coach dedicated to empowering women, I'm here to share insights and strategies that illuminate your path to personal freedom and self-love. So, like I said earlier, I'm going to share 3 tips with you. So let's get into this. So, can you think of a time when a person or a situation drained your energy? How did it make you feel? That has happened to me often, not as often as it used to now that I'm not in corporate. Um, but some of the symptoms, I guess, for lack of a better description, to be aware of or to realize and think about is whether you're feeling anger, anxious, edgy, lashing out, maybe a feeling of sadness, maybe pulling away, your energy is depleted. I know for me, when I'm in that kind of what I'll call funk, I have a tendency to be a little snarkier. Um, so it's important that we question the source. Ask yourself, is this negativity truly mine? Or am I absorbing it from someone else or something that somebody, my environment or people around me? Understanding that origin of those influences is the first step in reclaiming your energy. It's about developing self-awareness. Reflect on your emotions. Stop, and when's the last time that you stopped and really thought about? I think we have a tendency to not do that. Get curious, and I say all the time in the group, it's all about curiosity and not judgment. So stop and get curious about what's going on. Where did that come from? Recognizing how negative people affect your mood and your productivity. So recognizing that source, really being mindful and aware of where it's coming from. Easier said than done, trust me. I mean, probably the biggest source that we're all familiar with is Facebook. And surprise, surprise, you have the opportunity to, block, unfollow, whatever. I think today, my feeling is people, it's become so commonplace and so easy for people to spew their negativity, comments, and whatever the case may be without really thinking about it. It's just easy to hide behind the keyboard. I used to deal with it with coworkers. I had to deal with it occasionally with friends, not often. But I have blocked people on social media. I mean, I don't do it immediately. I give it a bit, and I stop and I think about why are they. I mean, I've had people that I don't even know that follow me or friend me or whatever, and then they don't agree, which is fine. I mean, it's become such a so commonplace to that it's all of a sudden it's this thing of, well, you don't agree with me, you don't like me. No, we can still be friends and disagree. We don't have to be clones of one another. So that is tip one, is recognizing the source, questioning the source. Where's it coming from? So tip two is establishing boundaries. What boundaries do you find hard to set in your relationships with others? Boundaries are tricky. It's again about reflecting on the reasons, asking yourself why. Start with a few boundaries, set them early in a relationship with somebody, friend or whatever, being consistent, um, allowing self time to, for you to, for that self care. And again, social media, we have a tendency, people have a tendency to like live their life on social media and sharing everything. And, um, I know a lot of people that have left social media, and I'm not advocating that. Believe me, I've thought about it myself. Um, but it's navigating that inner narrative. um, as you work on setting boundaries, it's crucial to navigate that inner narrative. What stories are you telling yourself about those boundaries? Reframing any negative self talk into empowering affirmations or power thoughts, as I like to call them, that support your right to personal space and peace. So it's identifying the boundary and what's going on, understanding the why behind it, being very straightforward in setting those boundaries. You can do it calmly and politely. We don't have to be rude about it. Addressing violations early. It's perfectly within your right and reasonable to address those violations early. And don't take it personal. Have told people all the time that when something happens, it really says more about the other person than it does about you. So we need to stop and think about what's going on in that person's life that they feel the need to say whatever they said or, do whatever they did. Um, so, so it's questioning the source, navigating the inner narrative. Then the third tip is cultivating positive relationships. Think for a minute and reflect on the people who uplift you. How do they make your life better? It's important to surround ourselves with positivity and to learn how to nurture those relationships. So, how do we do that? Well, first, you decide that that's what you want. You seek out those people that you want to incorporate in your life, that you want to surround yourself with that positivity. Let go of those negative relationships, identifying the positive people. Maybe you join a professional group or a networking group or something like that, that find something that brings you joy. And honestly, you got to step outside your comfort zone. So part of that is being selective. It's being embracing selectivity in your relationships. It's not just about avoiding negativity, but actively choosing the company of those who inspire you, who support you and uplift you. Remember, it's your right to choose who you share your energy with. And doing that fuels your self esteem and your self confidence. So, keeping this short, um, I could go on and on and on with this topic, but it would be probably a full day workshop. I don't want to sit through a full day workshop. I don't want to make you sit through a full day workshop. So I like to keep my lives short. But what we did today was we explored powerful steps to free ourselves from negative influences. Questioning the source helps us identify external negativity. Navigating our the inner narrative empowers us to set, okay, I'm not sure why those balloons went up, but it empowers us to set healthy boundaries. That was weird. And practicing selectivity in our relationship ensures that we surround ourselves with positive energy. So, again, reflect on the sources of the negativity that you've encountered and how you've narrated those experiences for yourself and the choices that you've made in your own relationships. I'd love it if you would share your insights or a step that you're planning to take towards positive change, because it's important that we support each other in this journey of self-love and discovery. And because I really, really just touched on the surface, if you need to want to dig deeper, then let's chat. There's no cost for that initial conversation. I'll put a link in the comments on how to schedule a connection call with me, but I would love to chat with you about how we can explore that. So, like I said in the beginning, and I asked about negative experiences, embracing self love means questioning the sources of our influences, navigating our internal dialogues with kindness, and being selective about who we let into our lives. Each step is a leap towards a more empowered, self aware existence. I so appreciate you joining me today. I would love it if you would put hashtag replay, and let me know what your thoughts are. I'd love to hear from you. I just want to wish you all love and intention as you walk forward in this journey. All right, see you in the next slide. Bye.